Have you ever wondered why many men quietly admire older women, even if they don't always say it out loud? The truth is, attraction isn't just about age. It's about energy, confidence, and emotional connection. And these are qualities that many older women naturally develop over time. An older woman often brings something powerful into a relationship: clarity. She knows who she is. She's not trying to impress everyone in the room, and that calm self-assurance can be incredibly attractive. Men also appreciate the emotional maturity that comes with life experience. Conversations tend to be deeper, conflicts are handled more thoughtfully, and the relationship often feels more stable. Another reason is independence. Many older women have built their own lives, careers, and passions. This independence creates a dynamic where both partners choose each other, not out of need, but out of genuine desire. And perhaps most attractive of all, older women often live with authenticity. They don't chase approval. They simply show up as themselves, and that confidence can be magnetic. Confidence is one of the most powerful qualities in attraction, and it's often the reason many men quietly admire older women. Over time, people tend to grow more comfortable with who they are. They learn what truly matters to them and what doesn't deserve their energy. This kind of self-assurance creates a calm and steady presence that others can feel immediately. Instead of trying to prove their worth, confident women simply carry themselves in a way that shows they already know their value. Many younger people feel pressure to constantly impress others. They may worry about saying the perfect thing, looking perfect, or behaving in a way that wins approval. But confidence that develops with life experience often removes this pressure. Older women frequently understand that they don't need to compete for attention. They are more comfortable expressing their opinions, setting boundaries, and showing their personality without fear of being judged. That relaxed attitude can be incredibly attractive because it makes interactions feel natural and genuine. Men often respond strongly to this type of confidence because it changes the dynamic of the relationship. Instead of feeling like they must constantly reassure someone or manage emotional uncertainty, they experience a sense of balance and stability. A confident woman tends to communicate more clearly and handle situations calmly, which creates a healthier environment for connection. This doesn't mean she never has doubts or insecurities, but she usually has a stronger ability to manage them without letting them control the relationship. Another important part of confidence is comfort with imperfections. Life experience teaches people that perfection is unrealistic. Older women often understand that small flaws, mistakes, or awkward moments are simply part of being human. Because of this, they may approach dating and relationships with a lighter attitude. They are less likely to panic over minor misunderstandings or small mistakes. This relaxed mindset helps create a space where both people can be themselves rather than constantly performing. Confidence also shows through body language and communication. A woman who feels comfortable with herself tends to maintain eye contact, speak with clarity, and express interest in a genuine way. These small signals communicate emotional strength and self-respect. Men often interpret this as someone who is grounded and secure, which naturally increases attraction. It signals that the relationship can grow from a place of mutual respect rather than insecurity. In addition, confident individuals tend to focus on their own lives and passions rather than seeking constant validation. Many older women have developed interests, careers, friendships, and personal goals that give their lives depth. This creates a sense of independence that can be very appealing. When someone already feels fulfilled in their own life, they enter a relationship because they want to share their happiness, not because they need someone to complete them. Perhaps the most attractive part of confidence is the calm energy it brings. Instead of chasing attention or approval, confident women move through the world with a quiet certainty. This type of presence often makes others feel more relaxed and comfortable around them. Men frequently find themselves drawn to that steady energy because it feels safe, authentic, and emotionally mature. Confidence isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about trusting yourself, accepting who you are, and allowing others to see the real you. That kind of authenticity naturally creates attraction, and it's one of the reasons many men secretly admire the confidence that often comes with experience. Emotional maturity is one of the qualities that can make relationships feel more stable, respectful, and deeply connected. As people grow older, they usually gain more experience in handling different life situations, including friendships, family conflicts, and romantic relationships. These experiences often teach valuable lessons about patience, communication, and understanding. Because of this, many older women approach relationships with a level of emotional awareness that can create a healthier and more balanced connection. One important aspect of emotional maturity is the ability to communicate clearly. Instead of expecting a partner to guess what they feel or need, emotionally mature individuals are more likely to express their thoughts openly and calmly. They understand that honest conversations prevent misunderstandings from growing into larger problems. This type of communication helps create trust because both partners feel heard and respected. Another part of emotional maturity is the ability to manage emotions during challenging moments. In relationships, disagreements and misunderstandings are natural. However, the way people handle these situations can make a big difference. Older women who have developed emotional maturity often recognize that reacting impulsively rarely leads to positive outcomes. Instead of escalating conflicts, they may choose to pause, reflect, and approach the issue with a calmer mindset. This ability to stay composed during tense situations can make the relationship feel more secure and supportive. Life experience also teaches the importance of perspective. Over time, people begin to understand that not every disagreement is a threat to the relationship. Some issues simply require patience and discussion. Emotionally mature individuals are more likely to evaluate a situation before reacting strongly. They understand that small misunderstandings can often be solved through conversation rather than turning them into major conflicts. This balanced perspective can reduce unnecessary drama and create a more peaceful dynamic between partners. Another valuable quality connected to emotional maturity is empathy. With age and experience, many people become better at understanding the feelings and viewpoints of others. Older women often develop a stronger ability to listen and consider what their partner might be going through. Instead of focusing only on their own emotions, they try to understand the situation from both sides. This empathy strengthens emotional intimacy because both partners feel valued and understood. Emotional maturity also involves self-awareness. People who have spent time reflecting on their past experiences often develop a clearer understanding of their own emotions, strengths, and weaknesses. They recognize patterns in their behavior and learn how to improve them. This self-awareness can make relationships healthier because it allows individuals to take responsibility for their actions rather than placing blame on others. Another important element is emotional independence. Emotionally mature individuals understand that while relationships are meaningful, they should not become the sole source of happiness or validation. Many older women have developed a sense of inner stability that allows them to maintain their own identity within a relationship. This balance creates a partnership where both individuals support each other while still maintaining their personal growth and independence. Men often appreciate emotional maturity because it creates a sense of stability and understanding. Instead of feeling like they must constantly navigate unpredictable reactions, they experience a relationship built on thoughtful communication and mutual respect. This environment allows both partners to feel safe expressing their thoughts and emotions without fear of unnecessary conflict. Emotional maturity does not mean someone never makes mistakes or experiences strong emotions. It simply means they have developed healthier ways of understanding and expressing those emotions. This ability to communicate, empathize, and remain balanced during challenges can make relationships stronger and more meaningful over time. For many men, this sense of emotional stability is one of the qualities that makes a connection with an older woman feel particularly rewarding. Independence and personal stability are qualities that many people develop as they grow older, and these traits can have a powerful effect on relationships. Independence means having a sense of identity that exists outside of a romantic partnership. It involves knowing who you are, what you value, and what direction you want your life to take. When someone has built a life filled with goals, interests, and responsibilities, they bring a sense of balance into a relationship that can be very appealing. Many older women have spent years developing their careers, friendships, hobbies, and personal ambitions. These experiences help create a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling on its own. Because of this, they often approach relationships from a place of choice rather than dependence. Instead of looking for someone to complete them, they look for a partner who can add to an already satisfying life. This mindset can create a healthier foundation for connection because both people are entering the relationship as individuals who already feel secure in themselves. Independence also helps create a sense of respect between partners. When a person has their own interests and responsibilities, they are less likely to rely entirely on their partner for emotional or personal fulfillment. This allows each person to maintain their individuality while still building a meaningful bond together. Men often appreciate this dynamic because it removes the pressure of being someone's entire world. Instead, the relationship becomes a partnership where both individuals support each other while continuing to grow as individuals. Another benefit of independence is the confidence that comes with self-sufficiency. When someone has learned to manage their life, make important decisions, and overcome challenges on their own, they develop a quiet strength. This strength often shows through in the way they speak, make choices, and approach relationships. It communicates that they are capable and grounded, which can naturally increase attraction and respect. Independence also encourages healthier boundaries. People who have developed a strong sense of self are usually more comfortable expressing what they need and what they will not accept. They understand that boundaries are not about pushing others away, but about protecting mutual respect and emotional well-being. When boundaries are clear, relationships often feel more stable because both partners understand each other's expectations. Another important aspect of independence is emotional balance. Someone who has built a fulfilling life outside of a relationship is less likely to feel constant pressure for reassurance or attention. They often have friends, family connections, and personal passions that provide emotional support and joy. This balance allows the relationship to grow naturally without feeling overwhelming or demanding. For many men, this independence can be refreshing. It creates a relationship dynamic where both partners are choosing each other freely rather than relying on each other out of necessity. When two independent people come together, the connection often feels stronger because it is built on genuine desire rather than need. Independence does not mean someone avoids closeness or refuses support. In fact, truly independent individuals are often very capable of forming deep and meaningful relationships. The difference is that they understand how to maintain their individuality while still sharing their lives with someone else. This balance allows both partners to feel respected, valued, and free to grow. Independence and stability create a relationship environment that feels supportive rather than restrictive. When both partners have their own identities, ambitions, and sense of purpose, the relationship becomes a space where two strong individuals support each other's happiness and growth. This balanced dynamic is one of the reasons many men find the independence of older women deeply attractive. Authenticity is one of the most powerful qualities a person can bring into a relationship. It means showing up as your true self rather than trying to become someone you think others will like more. Over time, many people learn that constantly trying to impress others can be exhausting and often unnecessary. With life experience, individuals often grow more comfortable with their real personalities, values, and perspectives. This natural honesty about who they are can create a very strong and genuine connection with others. Many older women develop a deeper sense of authenticity because they have spent years discovering what truly matters to them. Instead of constantly worrying about fitting into expectations or pleasing everyone around them, they often begin to focus on living in a way that feels true to themselves. This shift can be very attractive because it removes the pressure of pretending to be perfect. When someone is authentic, their words, actions, and emotions feel real, and that sincerity tends to draw people in. Authenticity also creates a sense of emotional safety in a relationship. When a person feels comfortable being themselves, it encourages their partner to do the same. Instead of both individuals trying to perform or impress each other, the relationship becomes a space where honesty and openness are welcomed. This environment allows deeper conversations and stronger emotional bonds to develop over time. Many men appreciate this type of connection because it feels more genuine and less complicated. Another important aspect of authenticity is self-acceptance. People who embrace their authentic selves often learn to accept their strengths and weaknesses without constantly trying to hide them. They recognize that no one is perfect and that small imperfections are simply part of being human. This acceptance can create a relaxed and confident presence. Instead of feeling anxious about making mistakes or appearing flawed, authentic individuals understand that vulnerability can actually strengthen relationships. Authenticity also means expressing thoughts and feelings honestly. Rather than holding back or pretending everything is fine, authentic individuals communicate openly about what they feel and what they need. This honesty helps prevent misunderstandings and builds trust over time. When partners know that they can rely on each other's words and intentions, the relationship becomes stronger and more stable. Another reason authenticity can be attractive is that it signals emotional maturity. Someone who is comfortable being themselves usually does not rely heavily on outside approval to feel valued. They understand their own worth and are not constantly seeking validation from others. This self-awareness can make interactions feel more natural and balanced because the relationship is not driven by insecurity or constant reassurance. Authenticity also encourages meaningful connections beyond surface-level attraction. When people are genuine, they reveal their real interests, passions, and perspectives. This allows both partners to discover deeper compatibility and shared values. Instead of building a relationship based only on appearances or temporary excitement, authenticity helps create a connection that feels lasting and meaningful. In addition, authentic individuals often bring a sense of calm into relationships. Because they are not constantly trying to maintain an image, they can focus more on enjoying the connection itself. Conversations become more relaxed, laughter feels more natural, and both partners can simply enjoy each other's company without feeling pressure to perform. Authenticity is about living honestly and allowing others to see the real person behind the image. It creates trust, encourages emotional closeness, and builds a foundation of respect between partners. When someone embraces their true self with confidence and openness, it naturally draws others toward them. This genuine presence is one of the reasons authenticity can be so appealing and why many men find it deeply attractive in older women. Clear standards are an important part of healthy relationships, and they often become stronger as people gain more life experience. Standards simply mean knowing what you value in a relationship and what kind of behavior you are willing to accept or reject. Over time, many individuals begin to understand their emotional needs more clearly. They learn from past experiences what works for them and what leads to unhealthy patterns. Because of this awareness, they become more intentional about the type of relationship they want to build. Many older women develop clearer standards because they have already experienced different types of relationships and personal challenges. These experiences often teach valuable lessons about respect, communication, and emotional compatibility. Instead of entering relationships with uncertainty or unrealistic expectations, they tend to approach them with a better understanding of what truly matters. This clarity allows them to focus on meaningful qualities such as honesty, reliability, and mutual support. Having clear standards does not mean being overly demanding or difficult to please. Instead, it reflects a healthy level of self-respect. When someone values themselves, they naturally expect to be treated with kindness, respect, and consideration. They understand that a strong relationship should involve effort from both partners. This mindset encourages balance, because both individuals are responsible for contributing to the health and growth of the relationship. Clear standards also help prevent unhealthy relationship patterns. When a person knows their boundaries, they are less likely to tolerate behavior that makes them feel undervalued or disrespected. For example, they may recognize the importance of consistent communication, emotional honesty, and mutual effort. If these qualities are missing, they are more likely to address the issue directly rather than ignoring it. This ability to speak up calmly and confidently can help resolve problems before they become larger conflicts. Another benefit of clear standards is that they create transparency in the relationship. When both partners understand each other's expectations, there is less confusion about what each person needs. This openness helps build trust because both individuals know where they stand. Instead of guessing or assuming what the other person wants, they can communicate openly and work together to create a supportive environment. Men often respect and appreciate partners who have clear standards because it demonstrates confidence and emotional maturity. Someone who knows their values is more likely to build a relationship based on mutual respect rather than insecurity or pressure. It also signals that the relationship is meaningful and worth protecting. When standards are clear, both partners understand that their actions have an impact on the strength of the connection. Clear standards also encourage personal growth within the relationship. When two people respect each other's boundaries and values, they are more likely to inspire one another to become better versions of themselves. Healthy standards can motivate both partners to communicate more thoughtfully, show appreciation, and invest time and energy into the relationship. It is also important to recognize that standards apply to both partners equally. A person who expects honesty, loyalty, and respect must also be willing to offer those same qualities in return. This balance creates fairness and strengthens the sense of partnership. Relationships built on mutual standards tend to feel more stable because both individuals are committed to maintaining a respectful and supportive dynamic. Clear standards help create relationships that are based on intention rather than uncertainty. They guide people toward connections that align with their values and emotional needs. When someone knows what they deserve and communicates it with confidence, it often attracts partners who respect those boundaries and appreciate the clarity. This sense of self-respect and direction is one of the reasons many men find clear standards deeply attractive in older women. In the end, the attraction many men feel toward older women often comes down to qualities that grow stronger with time. Confidence, emotional maturity, independence, authenticity, and clear standards create a presence that feels calm, grounded, and genuine. These qualities help build relationships that are based on respect, understanding, and real connection rather than pressure or uncertainty. When someone knows who they are and what they value, they naturally bring stability into their relationships. Instead of trying to impress or chase approval, they focus on building something meaningful with the right person. This creates a dynamic where both partners feel respected, supported, and free to be themselves. What truly stands out is the sense of balance that these qualities create. A relationship becomes less about proving worth and more about sharing life with someone who genuinely adds value to it. That kind of connection feels deeper, more peaceful, and more rewarding. Attraction is not defined by age alone. It is shaped by the strength of character, self-awareness, and emotional depth that a person brings into a relationship. And these are qualities that often grow stronger with experience.